Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. I hope you're having a phenomenal day. Quick look here at Dogecoin, see what's going on. We're going to double check some important backend data here and kind of see where we're at. If you're new to the channel, then welcome aboard. Hope you can learn something today. Quick favor, hit the like button before we get started. Comment below. Love to hear your feedback, and let's go ahead and get started here. Quick little heads up here. When it comes to liquidation, we can see right around 22 cents rather. We saw some heavy amounts of liquidation here recently to the upside, so a lot of shorts got destroyed. And then the price comes back down, and of course, a small handful of longs got destroyed as well. Oddly enough, not a lot actually got damaged. If you take a look at this here, 19 cents even, upwards of 19.6. There's a lower level liquidation there that is still absolutely needing to be either swept or just it might just remain present there for whoever knows how much longer. Okay, so again, good news is this lower level here at about 19 did not get destroyed, but you can see a lot of attempts to break through that level. So keep in mind, if we draw out a trend line here, we know that there's going to be some there's going to be some support there, but the more you test a level, the more likely it is to break. And just keep in mind, we've tested that level a lot. Okay, so just a heads up, if Bitcoin does retrace back down to 68K or lower, which is a possibility, we could very well see the same thing from Dogecoin. Okay, so just before we jump in, quick congrats here. This is awesome news. Check this out. What is it? AVAX 40% in 5 days, Bitcoin 20%, near 33, Rune 30%. And those are all just the shorts in the last 5 days. And then, of course, we have some older Filecoin and Solana longs still open there, taking some profit. Cool. So good stuff there. We're not trading Dogecoin exactly. Hindsight, obviously, I wish I had, because there was a couple of invalidations that we saw to the downside that led for the price to continue higher. But I'm not going to FOMO in either too. I mean, A, I have a lot of traders underneath me, but B, it's just not my style anyways. I like to wait for confirmation. And even though Dogecoin has had a few confirming factors, I wasn't awake for those. So just some friendly advice. Don't FOMO in. Try not to get too crazy with high leverage positions right now. You see a lot of people doing that, and they're getting destroyed left and right. Having said that, we're above all moving averages, looking good here. Daily time frame, we are starting to see a stochastic shift. Money flow index coming down to RSI, inevitably rejecting off of that 70 level of a resistance. Again, we can see a pretty obvious level here. This level at about 2.2. Very, very solid amount of resistance there. The daily candlestick cannot seem to close above that level. Okay, so just keep that in mind too. We were testing that level a lot as well, so we're kind of in a range here of basically 20 cents even is a round number, upwards of 22 cents. So closing above 22 cents, closing below 20 cents, that would give us the confirmation of a direction that we're going to be heading moving forward. Okay, so again, I know it's hard to wait and to be patient for that, but it's probably best to do that, honestly. Big picture, it's always best to wait, to be patient, and to ensure that you're not FOMOing in. We did lose the larger trend line here as well for Dogecoin, so keep in mind now that we've lost that, we have been establishing lower lows and lower highs here. Okay, so I guess we could just make it real easy here. We can kind of see this channel here. Keep in mind, this is bull flagish, right? It does have a bull flag type of pattern that typically breaks to the upside. So do not attach yourself to this one pattern. Good traders only use patterns as confirmation, not as determining factors, but it could be a situation where we start to see this upper trend line start to be retested. We very well could be in a position where the price could break up, okay? So just between now and then, we got to presume the price action may continue lower because we are establishing lower highs and parallel lows. Okay, that inevitably works itself into a wedge and can break down. It's really common. Okay, so again, could literally go both ways. So once again, don't just trade those kind of patterns. I beg you not to do that because I've seen it happen. It's terrible. At least the results of kind of, I guess, investing too much in one thing. Right? We take a blended average of everything. That's the important thing. We're getting rejected by 50 on the RSI. Stochastics trying to swing up. Money flow index is fairly low. MACD is diverging. This is generally a bearish sign on the daily, the 4-hour time frame. And to kind of confirm, the daily time frame is also looking moderately bearish, minus the moving averages. Okay, so generally both time frames, 4-hour and the daily, are letting us know that the overall trend is moving down. I think it's pretty obvious that you can see that, but generally speaking, that's kind of what it's confirming. Same thing with the hourly too. We can kind of see that we are below the cloud here, confirming that this 21 cent range is a tentative resistance. We can see this level right here. Staying above or below the cloud is important, and while we're not above it, it doesn't mean we're bullish, but it does imply that we want to consider taking profits on any short position you have available, because lagging span is soon intersect, probably within the next 10 to 12 hours. So basically the bottom line is if the price just goes straight sideways, you should consider closing your position because it may recover in that amount of time. But the truth is we're underneath 20-day SMA or most moving averages and the upper and lower lead. So those are all bearish signs as well. And the conversion line is below the baseline. Literally, there's no reason to consider a long position right now. I get buying the dip, and you can have success too, by the way. It's nothing to say that you can't be successful buying the dips when you're in a range-bound trades, okay? That's actually a very successful thing to do. Just keep in mind when you do that, you don't just want to hold on forever because today it looks good and tomorrow it doesn't. Constantly reevaluate, make sure. Range-bound traders are typically successful within, with day trading. You try to range-bound long-term holds, it may or may not work out with certain validations or invalidations. So what we're getting at here is that Dogecoin doesn't give us a firm amount of confirmation that we want to go up, minus a couple of supporting factors based on previous support levels. If we break below 20 cents, I think it's pretty safe to presume we're going to see a bearish backtest and the price will come up and get rejected here and continue lower. That's a likely probability. But the inverse also applies to the upside too, folks. So keep in mind, we come up here, we break this descending trend or that parallel trend line, good chance we're going to see a bullish backtest and bounce off 22 cents. So I'd much rather wait for a break above 22 cents or a break below 20 cents before trying to take a trade personally. That's just me. So I don't know what your thoughts are, but I'd love to hear them. Well, you comment below and let us know. be sure to hit the like button before you go, and if you learned something today, I'd love to hear it as well. Be sure to go ahead and educate us on that. You can trade Dogecoin on Bitunix, phenomenal exchange, link down below to register. We recommend this exchange to anyone based on just no KYC or VPN required, but they actually have really awesome trailing stop loss features and different things that are very beneficial that not a lot of people use, which you should be using. We use those in all of our trades. So thanks so much for watching. And if you do want to, again, become part of our community members and just the trade signals here as well, cryptocash.tech is where you can register. Be sure to read through your signals guide. I just want to make sure you understand there's a big difference between day trades and swing trades. Try not to do them both together. Never turn a day trade into a swing trade. Okay, thanks again, folks. Hope you have a good rest of your day. We will see you in the next one. Take care.